Zach Dooley and Scott Burnside here with another Royal reaction. Now, if we look a little bit haggard, it's because you're looking at two dudes who did not get the recommended 8 hours of sleep last night combined after that thrilling Game 2 overtime win. Scott, how exciting was that win by the Kings as they even the series at 1 game apiece?
Yeah, I'm not even sure you can overstate how important that victory was. And, of course, dramatic fashion, Anze Kopitar having a game from, back circa 2014 or 2012. The overtime winner, obviously, 2 assists in the first period on terrific goals by Adrian Kempe. You know, we talk often about best players being at their best in moments of adversity and critical moments in the playoffs. That was a masterclass from the LA Kings leadership group on performing and delivering, I think, what had to be a must-win game for them.
Well, you look at who got the goals, right? It was Kopitar, Kempe, Doughty, and Fiala. Those are your big guns. And when you're down 0-1 in a series, your big guns have to be your big guns. How important was it to get that type of performance from the Kings' best players?
Well, and I think it sets a tone. I think Quentin Byfield talked about it after the game. Mikey Anderson, the rest of the younger group, they take their cues from those veteran leaders with Stanley Cup rings, players who've been to Stanley Cup finals. You know, Phil Deneau gets rocked in the third period, misses maybe a shift, and he comes back. I think those are such important lessons for young players to learn because it's not what is said, it's what's done, and that was done on the ice last night. Again, the Oilers kept pushing and pushing the Kings. Kings did not break, and now we're headed back to Los Angeles, where the Kings, of course, are one of the best teams in the NHL over the last half of the season.
Heading back home with a split, right? The Kings were the best team in the NHL on home ice after the All-Star break. How much confidence does a game like that give this Kings team heading home where they've been so comfortable over the last 2 months?
Well, sure, and I think, you know, again, a playoff series like this is punch, counter punch. How do you react to adversity? How do you respond? We saw how the Kings responded in Game 2. You know, I think the Oilers have to be asking themselves, what do we need to clean up now? Going into a hostile environment where they know that they're going to face an inspired Kings team and their fan base, I think it'll be interesting to see if Jim Hiller makes any kind of adjustments in terms of matchups. But, boy, that was a pretty darn good way to even the series. What do they say, the old chestnut? It's not a playoff series until the road team wins. Well, road team won, and it's a series now.
Road team sure did win. We've got a series heading back to Los Angeles tied at 1. Let's hear it for Game 3.